it was integral to my sobriety because I didn't want to do it, and I realised that my sobriety, not drinking, is simply just overcoming your mind telling you to drink.
We touched on exercise briefly at the beginning,
Yeah.
and a bit of MMA. Was you did how long ago is it you did the Misfits boxing now?
It was last year, yeah, not long ago.
Was it?
I got another one coming up about 4 or 5 months ago.
That was
yeah.
your first one, that one?
That was my first one with Misfits, yeah. But I had done a white collar before that, and I'd done a cage match. Yeah.
So I'm probably thinking of the cage. So when did it first start? Was it with Harvey the first one?
No, I've done a white collar years before that. I've always liked boxing, so I've tried, but because of the drinking and the drugs, I'd never been able to get to a good enough standard. Do you know what I mean? Because it takes fucking consistency. You have to be a certain level of fitness to be able to box, as you know. Do you know what I mean? Without the fitness.
So on the cage one, how much training did you get to do for that? You know, how did you? I mean, did you manage to stay off the booze and
Yeah,
do
so
some training
for 4 months I did. Yeah, I cut the booze and that out for about 4 or 5 months, and I trained hard jiu-jitsu, a lot of jiu-jitsu, and the fitness and the striking and stuff. But I just didn't have the mindset to win. I went into it not thinking I could win. Do you know what I mean? I was like unsure. So I couldn't switch it on in there. I couldn't switch the fight on.
when you do it now,
I'm a fucking animal.
you're going with a completely different. What changed that mindset?
I think I don't know. It's all about liking yourself. I think it's about liking yourself, about believing in yourself. And when I was drinking, because even though I was sober before it, I mean, I stopped drinking. I was still kind of drinking, but I was still a broken man inside. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really believe in myself. But also, the boxing is different for me now because I've just dedicated so much time to it. It's become my life, boxing. So I know for a fact that I'm giving it everything I've got, and I think that you just believe in yourself more. You know.
So when's the next fight?
I think we're doing another Misfits match in June or July. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know who you're fighting yet?
Yeah, kind of. They're talking about me fighting Jack Jones. Do you know Jack Jones?
He was a comedy guy, wasn't
he? Yeah.
He's
bigger than me. He's a lot heavier than me, though.
I met him years ago because he came to do a bit of let's say pranks. I had some burger bars, and he came to do the pranks and the thing to try and get a bit of social media content. I mean, it was. I guess everyone's got their own comedy taste. I always found those prank things a bit weird because I think they're
set up, and
well, I think they start off not set up, don't they? And then you kind of have to go bigger and better each time. It becomes to the point that you just can't spontaneously or not set up some of these other things, and then when they get set up, they just look so fucking set up, don't they? You know.
But yeah, I mean,
is he still well known? Is he?
I don't. Look, he's been calling me out. That's what he's been doing. So after the last one, he's been calling me out, and I went to watch him box the other night. He boxed for the first time the other night, but he's a lot heavier than me. But I'm like, I don't know what I'm like. 2 years into my boxing now, and I box. I mean, I'm on tour now, so it's slowed down a little bit, but it got me sober. So for a solid fucking year, I was every morning, 6 days a week, 5 o'clock in the morning, up boxing, sparring 3 times a week. So like really, like a fucking constant training camp. Do you know what I mean? And fighting hard, boxing hard guys, like sparring proper boxers. So I'm like. Boxing now for me is like, let's fucking have it.
I remember saying to you a while ago, we should do another podcast, and I'd come down the gym and train with you and film. And when I've been looking at you boxing later, I think fuck that.
No, I'm not. Yeah,
but we'll stick in the studio.
Yeah, there is levels to it, but it's all. But really, truthfully, you can't excel without the fitness, and that's what the work is. You know, running fucking. You know, I do 2 10Ks a week. And then we do all the like the fitness, the level of it is fucking hard. But you can, when you're in the ring sparring, you can feel like now, because I've missed a couple of weeks here and a week there and that, and I'll go back when I go into sparring now, I can feel myself going, oh fucking hell. I didn't realise how fit I was because I'd piss 4 rounds, but jumping around, bouncing around like a nutter. Now you're in there, you're like, oh, I fucking better slow down. I better fucking ease off now, because you have bursts of energy and then you've got to recover, and I ain't young. So all of it is fitness.
But I think as well, you know, I mean the mindset of the sparring, that, you know, you can train on the bags, you can train on the pads, you can do all the cardio, everything in the world. But then when the first time you go in that ring, that first time you get a punch, it's just
something
back
clicks.
to day one.
Something clicks at some point where you enjoy the sparring. Something clicks where you're like when you've taken everything that comes at you, you know you ain't made of glass. When you kind of taken some real heavy shots in the nose, in the face, when you've gone down a few times, heavy bod shots and all that, and you kind of know as bad as it can get. It takes the edge off it.
I think so. Yeah, it's like anything. I mean, I haven't done any sparring for a while, but I do it now and again. And I think, I remember the first time I did it. It's that fear of what's always a fear of the unknown. What's that punch going to feel like? And then after a while, you get used to the fact that it's not pleasant, but it doesn't hurt that much, and in the same way that I guess you talk about running a 10K, that sounds unthinkable to someone who's never run 1K, and you run your 1K, it's not as bad, you build up your tolerance. It's just like anything, you just gotta get hit, get on with it.
You got to roll with the punches, but I think like for me it was integral to my sobriety because I didn't want to do it, and I realised that my sobriety, not drinking, is simply just overcoming your mind telling you to drink. So like the sun would come out and I'd be like, it's sunny, man, I really want a fucking beer. Or my friend's birthday, it's his birthday, I really want to get pissed. Or, I bump into old people, or even getting on the train and going up to London on a Thursday. And when it starts getting dark and I'm on my way in, I'll be like, I'll be getting excited about getting on the fucking Smash or thinking about getting on the Sniff or whatever. There was triggers fucking everywhere. And getting up in the morning when I didn't want to get up and getting down there and then sparring early in the morning as well at 5:30 in the morning, when you're tired and you're not sure about it, getting through the ropes, overcoming your mind, saying no, it made the not drinking a piece of piss. Not a piece of piss, but that's probably the wrong word. It made it become easier because when that thought came in, I was like, well, fucking look what I did this morning. Do you know what I mean? Like the thought of that to overcome that voice became easier. And that's what I say when I talk at sobriety talks or mental health talks or whatever. I always say the biggest tool that you can build is mental resilience, overcoming that voice in your brain.